2011 prelim final, beat Hawthorn. There's about a minute to go, or a minute 30 to go, and there's a stoppage in our forward 50, and the ball just falls into my arms, and I throw it on the left boot over the shoulder, and somehow it sailed through and put us back in front.
Goal of the year, 2012, against Richmond in round 1.
The kick after the siren?
Yeah, probably my first game.
Your first game, it's always so unique. I wish I was better prepared.
I'd love to have been there in 1954 when the Bulldogs won the premiership, final siren.
Probably kicking my first goal, and the feeling I got, and having Richo and so forth give me a big cuddle straight after it was a pretty special feeling.
My first home game, so my second game at AFL footy, kicked a couple of goals.
Probably my first goal, the final siren in 06.
Finals win against Carlton here a couple of years ago.
Winning that prelim, that was a fantastic moment with so many people and fans in the crowd.
The last quarter of the 2012 grand final, I can't remember a thing, so it'd be good to relive it.
Probably the Sirioli one. Probably trying to run the whole field.
Probably the handball to Nick Malcheski that he kicked the winning goal within 2012.
Playing the 2010 premiership was pretty special.
The siren going in the grand final wins.
Probably when the Kangaroos won the 1999 grand final. I was a Kangaroos supporter.
Buddy kicking 100 goals, I'd love to be there.
Tom Jones kicked the snap goal against West Coast to win the game.
I would have loved to have been at the MCG for that Hawthorn-Geelong grand final.
Geelong College grand final, back in school, first in 56 years.
My under-14 premiership when my dad was coach is the only premiership I've ever won.
Graham Johncock's goal in the finals 2 years ago. The 5 minutes after Johncock's goal.
2008, where I had a lot of shots that hit the post late in the game, so I'd like to have all of those over again.
Getting 6 goals kicked against me in the first half of the game against Kurt Tibbett up at Sydney last year.
Maybe my first game, I got a tool of the week for punching Cole Sylvia in a celebration, which was quite embarrassing.
Getting hit in the head by the goal umpire's flag when I was kicking in.
Essendon and Carlton, when they beat us, came back last year. A kick. I shouldn't have kicked.
There was a Collingwood game last year where Travis Cloke went bananas. I'd like to take that game back.
One of my suspensions, you'd like to take them back. You're never out there to purposely hurt your opponent.
I've got 2 weeks for whacking Alapati Carlisle in a dead rubber. Round 22, we couldn't make finals.
Round 23 against Richmond, got reported, suspended for 2 weeks, so I'm not playing for the first 2 rounds this year.
Running into the youngster and killed his bloke's jaw.
Probably not getting hit in the jaw by Luke Hodge during the year, that would have been good to miss that.
Yeah, probably wouldn't want to break the leg, and on the back of the flight there, showing too much courage, yeah.
The Andrew Walker mark.
Russell Robertson used my groin as a stepladder one day. That was not pleasant. Didn't look great for me. Looked great for Russell.
96 or 99, I think both, losing a prelim by a point.
Probably that first game against Carlton.
Probably like to erase the first 3 years of my career, to be honest.
Probably the drawn grand final. Probably finish it there. I'd rather get a result there and then obviously win. But yeah, it was a bit of a numbing feeling, that the draw grand final.
Probably that bounce of the footy in 2010 grand final.
The 2006 grand final, in particular, a shot on goal in the third quarter that I missed. I really should have got that.
Probably in the grand final when I kicked 2 kicks out the full.
2008 grand final. Hopefully start again and see what happens.
My second year, I think, I went for a check side, went across the face of goal. Hawthorn went down the other end and kicked a goal, and I got the nickname Hollywood after that.
Probably when we lost to GWS, we're probably the first team to lose to them, and it was probably a moment that we ended up losing our coach with Matty Primus, and it changed the football club.
The birth of my first child.
21st birthday. It's a good night, that one.
I guess all the altitude camps overseas have been fantastic, and especially the one in South Africa.
Here in the news, my brother had a little boy.
It's funny that my partner was pregnant. It was a massive occasion for me off field, and probably finding out there's a boy who was a bit of cream on the top. So hopefully get a father son, get 12 more games, and go from there.
The birth of my niece 4 years ago now. She's always rings me up from WA, and certainly I was there when it happened, so it's good to cherish that moment with her.
Recently went to the Maldives with my girlfriend. Yeah, that was unreal.
Probably the excitement of when I first received the letter from the Essendon Football Club saying that they were going to draft me.
Maybe my school this week.
Probably a couple of the football trips in the early 2000s.
I'd love to go back to school, year 12,
just for a few days, not for too long.
Birth of the kids.
Probably just recently. I've recently become engaged, so pretty crazy feeling. It was like I was playing my first game again, probably even worse. I was that nervous.
Probably when I went to Dream World and Movie World as a kid.
Getting to base camp, Mount Everest. First time I brought my dog home.
Definitely Andrew McLeod.
Probably Peter Matera.
Ben Cousins.
Ben Cousins.
I'd love to have played alongside Wayne Carey.
Oh, the Duck, Wayne Carey.
Wayne Carey.
Probably Mark Rasciuto.
Rasciuto.
Tony Lockett.
James Hird.
Probably Darryl Bullock.
Sean Wren.
Probably big Warwick Kappa. He would have been pretty entertaining.
I would have loved to be alongside playing with Gary Ablett Sr.
John Coleman.
Peter Dacos.
Polly Farmer.
Gary Ablett Sr.
The Cracker Brothers.
I'd go like John Coleman, I reckon.
Kevin Murray.
Byron Pickett.
I guess Lee Matthews would be the one you'll feel like you missed. Bob Skilton.
Andrew McLeod.
I reckon Dermy, just excitement machine.
Say Robbie Flower. Heard a lot about him.
Brent Croswell.
EJ Witten. Would have loved to have seen EJ.
Kuda Fedes was my favourite.
Nicky Wimmer.
Stephen Silvani. Gavin Brown. I'd love to play alongside Gavin Brown.
I'd love to be able to watch Gary Ablett Sr. run around at his peak, definitely.